Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I go by the name Adenisa Bung, but if you're old, you're again very welcome. So today's video will be all about how I got my F1 student visa accepted in less than 4 minutes. Yes. So guys, if this is something that interests you, please stay tuned. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, share, comment, press the notification button so you'll be one of the first people to get notified once I drop a video. So let's dive in. On this fateful day in April 2022, I had an interview at 2 p.m. So I got ready, I got all my documents prepared, looking very nice, casual, no makeup, just simple powder. But I got my documents prepared. So I had my passport photograph, my bank statement, my I-20, transcript, proof to show that I paid my visa application, and about my biometric page. So after you submit your DS I-160, you get like this page that you have to print and bring with you to the embassy. So I'll put it in the description below, like all the documents I got prepared. Some of them they did not even ask for it, but I mean, it's good to be on the safe side, right? I got all this document prepared and I said my prayer and stepped out. So my interview was at 2 p.m. that day, but I left home like 12. I wanted to be early on time so I'm not anxious. And most of the videos I had watched by then is like you find a long line, so you have to be prepared. And even on the when you're applying, they'll always tell you that it's good to come early in case you forget something or something happens along the way. I mean, you never know. And it also helps you to be calm. So okay, I arrived at the embassy this day, the US embassy, and we first of all sat outside in an open space. There were not so many people, unlike what I've heard in Rwanda. I did mine in Rwanda. There were not so many people, just very few people. There were about like 10 people, and later on more came. But before these people want to come, like the next set has already gone in. So I waited there. I was still being calm and all that, just going through my documents, and I used a transparent file because it's always advisable your document should be ordered. You use a transparent file, so any document they ask, it will not get you tensed up. You just give it quietly and smile. So yeah, I was just there having discussions with the people around just to keep the environment cool and going. Then these Congolese guys came in. Oh my god, they were so tense, pacing all around, and then that got me tense too. I was like, okay, I had to literally stand up and go for a walk, but while keeping track of time, just around to make sure that I'm cool, because but Rwandans were so chilled. I mean, Rwandans are normally chill people, you get me. So after being there for some time, fast forward, they now like 30 minutes to the time, they gave us like numbers. So a group of people that from a range of numbers, they give you numbers. So when they call this range of numbers, you guys go in, about 6 people going at a time and 2 people going at a time for the interview. So it was time. They called my number. They were so on time, and then we finally went in, had the first part of the checks, the security checks. So they made sure that you had no electronics on you, nothing. They took everything. You just go with your file, your file. You pass through. I passed through the security checks. Everything was okay. And then I went again and waited in another space. Very beautiful, calming. Birds were singing. I mean, Rwanda is so cool, I won't lie. So we're there with a couple of people, with these couples just waiting. Their son too had an interview. So we're just chatting, really nothing concerning the interview, because I mean, you don't want to start talking about the interview before you go for the interview. Who does that? And as a disclaimer, I'm not working at the immigration or anything. I'm just sharing my personal experience, hoping to help someone out there, guys. So basically, after a long waiting and waiting, they finally called me in. But guess what? This guy called me in when it was actually not yet my turn. There were still two people on the stand. I think it's because I was anxious. I kept going to the door and trying to see, which I could not actually see anything, just like coming. So I went through another security check and everything was okay. And then I had to just wait. I was just waiting, looking around, like reading everything on the wall, until I even read this post that said, if you found this missing person, you get like 20 million. In my mind, I was like, okay, if I don't get this visa, I'll go and look for this missing person. Then I'm again thinking, but have people not been looking for this person? But okay, all that aside, so it was finally my turn, and I gave my documents the check, signed, and they gave me back the documents. And then I went to the next stand where this beautiful white lady was the one interviewing me. Very nice, lovely smile. So she started. I greeted her, good afternoon, ma'am. She like, how you doing? I said, I'm doing well. So she went straight to the questions. Can I have your I-20? I handed her my I-20. Then she looked at it. Then she asked me, why are you going to the US? I said, I'm going to study at Houston Community College, logistics and supply chain management. And then she asked me, why did you choose that major? I said, I chose logistics and supply chain management because of the project I'm currently working on in my country, which is to establish a professional institution that will focus on logistics and supply chain management, which has a very limited amount or number of institutions in my country doing that. And I also plan to collaborate with big companies that will help give these students first-hand working experience, which would thereby reduce the level of unemployment in my country for youth in particular, which is a big problem. She was like, okay. Okay, then she went ahead to ask me, why did I choose Houston Community College? So I told her I basically chose it after doing elaborate research and having the opportunity to talk to one of the professors called Professor Charles, and how it will contribute to my project. I also went further to say that I had a virtual tour at the research facility, and I saw it's really a space I'm looking forward to dive deep and learn more about my project and how the course will benefit me. And it's also a very diverse school where I'll accept many international students. So I'm looking to network so we can add value to each other when I'm there. I said, okay. And then after that, she asked me why okay, can she have my bank statement? I told her yes. I gave her my bank statement. She said, who is your sponsor? I told her my uncle. And she asked her, why is my uncle the one sponsoring me? I told her that yeah, he works this. He has been sponsoring me right from when I was young, so I believe he can sponsor me, and he accepted to do that, which I'm so happy he did. Then she went ahead to ask me, do I have any relatives in the US? I said no. So I mean, you cannot stop yourself from having relatives in the US, but it's usually better not to have relatives in the US because once you're from a third world country, by default, you are already an immigrant. So yeah, they consider you're going to go and stay. But so if you have a relative there, they assume that there's a higher probability that you go and stay. But that's not the reason why they refuse you a visa, right? So it's just that it's better not having. But yeah, you can always defend that. And then she went further to ask me, why did I choose the US? I went back to the fact that because of my project. So I told her I chose the US because the government, I'm hoping to get support on this establishment of my institute from the government, and the government really accredits and recognizes certificates and easily helps people who have gotten certificates from the US. So that's why I'm going to the US. Guys, you don't try to make her understand you're going to the US to go and for the entertainment, or because US is one of the best countries in the world. What? No. In fact, disconnect yourself from the US, but connect it. I don't know if you feel me, like put in your mind that US is not your problem. That's how you're giving it out, you get. So always take her back to the main objective, back to the fact that you have home ties, back to the fact that US is not your problem. Your problem is just to go and get whatever you have to get there and come back. You get me? Okay, yes. Like the questions that she asked me, one very interesting me. When did I graduate? Guys, right? Because once you say something contrary, they assume that you're lying, and that is enough reason to not give you a visa. So I had to take like 2 seconds and think about it real quick. Thank God I revised my DS-160 form. When I was applying, when I was filling it, I was taking screenshots. So that morning, I actually went through it luckily. So if you think when you're feeling it, you try and take screenshots. If you think you will not remember everything, that's what I did, and that's what saved me on that day. I told her February, and she's like, okay, yep. And that is how she gave me my visa. So she gave me a green card. I was scared to open it, but I had heard that like green or whatever color could be acceptance. I did not really know what that was. But she gave me, and she was like, can I have your passport? She gave me, okay, you come tomorrow and come and collect your visa. She was like, when is school starting? I thought school is starting on this day. And she was like, okay, so you really need to we need to get things going. I say yes. I did not know how to react because at that point, most Rwandans were like coming out and we're having straight faces. You will not know if they got it or not. So I rehearsed my own face. I was like, this is how I'll go out. But when I left the embassy, I was super excited. As in, I even gave the bagman extra 500. Normally I would bargain. The bagman said it's 500. I would say I have 300. We'll end at 450. But this time, hey, I just say take the change. I gave him 1,000. Take the change. I reached at the house. The gate man was like, welcome. Hey, take 5,000. Help yourself. So it was. I was just so happy. It was just so exciting. And I pray you guys out there trying to get your visa, I pray you get it, because I know how traumatizing and frustrating it can be when you're denied, and also the excitement of getting it, especially your first attempts like I did. So I hope this video will help you guys like prepare more and just go get it. You can do it. You can do it, guys. So it's very important that I was tense, like I've never been that tense in my life, but I mean, my legs were literally not touching the ground, but my face was straight. No anxiousness, no fear. Like I practice is important. I practiced with my friends, practice with the camera, practice just to get ready. Of course, no amount of practice will be okay, but it is important you just practice. And all the questions that I practiced came. So it came, but luckily God's grace too was there, helped me to answer these questions correctly, and I got it. Yeah, guys, so I hope this video helps you. I hope it helps you. I'll make another video basically on all possible interview questions you can have and maybe possible answers. So if this video helps you in any way, or you think it can help somebody else out there, please don't forget to like, share, give thumbs up, click your notification button so when I post a new video you can be the first to find it. Yay! Peace out and see you guys in the next video.